Hi, everybody. It's Dave Maxfield. I'm a consumer protection lawyer in Columbia, South Carolina, author of the Lien Law Firm and co-host of the Lien Law Firm podcast. And I'm here to talk to you today about an app called Rindle, which we've been using in my office for the last 4 or 5 months or so to great benefit. What we have here with Rindle is a Kanban board. And in our book and in my practice, we are huge believers in the value of a Kanban board because it takes basically what our system looks like and lets us model it in a place where we can see all of our cases at once, we can see what stage they're at, and we can communicate that in real time to everybody on our team all the time. And so this is kind of the heart of our practice each day, is a Kanban board, which shows, as you can see here, all of the cases we have. Obviously, this is a mock-up board, but our real one is much more full of cases, fortunately. We have a card, or a case that's represented by a card. This is obviously something that can be moved as it progresses through the litigation stages. And then we have a lot of things that we can do with that card to sort of indicate its status in our system. If, for example, I wanted to add a label to the effect that this was maybe one of our month's crucial results to get this moved or something like that, I can easily do that. I can see that. I can then filter down to any label that I want to, and it will only display those things. So it's very easy to take when you have a big board with all of your cases spread out against or across it, with all of the different stages your cases can go through. Easy to filter down to a certain thing that matters. One of the tasks that we use, or one of the labels that we use frequently, is a deadline label, so we can use that. A lot of other things that we can do with Rindle too that really help us. One of them that's really different, and I think this is what really sets Rindle apart, is the fact that we can mirror cards to another place. And what do I mean by that? Let's take this case here that's Carter versus Workout Galaxy Incorporated. Let's say that I wanted to assign a task to one of my paralegals here, and we'll say we're going to assign tasks to Christy. Going to see a couple things happen. We have an automation set up so that KW, which is her icon, is going to appear at the top of this card. So if Christy were looking at this board, as she would, to kind of see where the progress of a case is in the system, which indicates here that it's getting ready to have a complaint drafted, that would be great. She could see her name on there. She would know that she had a task in that card. If she dove into that card, she could see that task too. Here, and some of our other folks have different tasks you can see as well, subtasks that are happening on that case. But the cool thing about Rindle is that we can set rules that automatically mirror that to a board that is specific to just the things that Christy has to do. So if we jump on her board here, we see that in her backlog, in her very simple board of here's what is come into me, here's what I'm working on, and here's what I've done, this card now appears for her. And so here, if she jumps in, she can see, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. I've done it, drag it to done. And now her name is going to come off there. As we go back to the big board that I, as a lawyer, would monitor, called workflow, I can see now that that task has been done. I can look at that card, see that Christy's name's off of it. Her task has been completed. I can see that she's done it. And that is huge to me, to be able to see not only where everything in my process and my flow is, but to be able to assign things to a paralegal or other support staff that easily, have them be very focused on just the things that they have to do without having to worry about the system as a whole, but knowing specifically what they have to do and doing that thing, moving it to done, doing the next thing, moving it to done. That way that we can really move the ball forward, keeping in mind the big picture, but also being very hyper-focused and easily focused on the task that we want to complete. One of the things that makes this really easy and really beneficial to us are the way that we can set rules so that these tasks, like what we just saw, get added just by virtue of the fact that something gets moved from one column to another.